I kicked out my husband's racist friend. I talked to my husband about his racist little friend. He admitted to being in and out of an affair with Mary in the first 2 years of our relationship, and she wanted to win him back. I called my mom to come help me pack some stuff, and I'm out. Mary can have him. I've been gaslit for years, and it took a post to realize. A lot of my friends asked if I was ever suspicious of marrying him. No, I wasn't. Me and my husband had, or I thought we had, a very strong relationship based on communication and honesty. Guess it only applied to me. Also, Mary is very close with all the boys in the said friendship group. The other wives raised concerns in the past, but they've all been shut down. By the boys in the group or by Mary herself. I guess I always respected their friendship group because they were very close for so long, and it felt unfair to change that because of me. As far as I'm aware, the other wives feel the same. Plus, Mary has been in an LD relationship for about 2 years and always claims she's focusing on her career, she's too busy, etc. So none of us ever saw her as a potential threat. Me and my husband, we have talked a lot since I left, but the subject of Mary always seems to be a danger zone. He told me he isn't prepared to truly talk to me about Mary. We have tried to mend the relationship, but after a few therapy sessions, I realized I carry way too much resentment towards my ex for any kind of relationship to work. Since my ex was shutting me out, I decided to speak to Mary as I found out through the grapevine that she wanted to tell her part of the story. Mary admitted she went through some situationships by her description, with my ex and a couple of his other friends. The issue runs deeper though. When confronted as to why exactly she wanted me out so badly, Mary confessed that she actually got pregnant in high school, but she either doesn't know who the father is or didn't want to say it outright. I can't know for sure, but it's supposedly one of the guys in my ex's group of friends. I guess the most likely option is that the father is my ex and she didn't deny it. The child in question was put up for adoption and apparently found Mary her biological mother a few months prior to the wine incident, which caused her to mourn the family she had to give up on in high school and sent her on a downright spiral of depression and anxiety. And made me the sole recipient of her hate because I was the only obstacle in her way of her happy ending. By my ex's account, he had no idea Mary was pregnant in high school because she told everyone she was studying abroad for a few months and no one saw her or knew what was happening. On to the witch part of the issue. Mary said she went through a phase where she was hanging out with self-proclaimed witches during high school to recover from the pain caused by having to give up her child, the PPD, etc. The witches gave her all sorts of ointments and in all kinds of readings about the child's future, etc. Turns out the witches were a fraud, which sort of gave her the firepower to hate me even more and possibly fueled her fantasy. I'm honestly not sure how much of it is true, but here we are. In light of everything I discovered, I have to admit I do feel sorry for Mary. After seeing her perspective and talking with her, I can understand where she's coming from, but ultimately I am not her friend and the situation is none of my business. At least not after it's been hidden from me all this time. Plus, her being dealt a bad hand does not mean she has to take everyone down with her. I haven't been in contact with Mary and my ex since the divorce finalized. I also did not keep in contact with my ex-friends' wives longer term. I appreciated the support, but it seems like my situation triggered quite a few arguments and relationship problems, and everyone sort of agreed to keep to themselves.